Hey guys, welcome back to the Fergie Way We Teach FM. Right guys, first thing I'm going to do on the beginning of the episode is sort of fill you in on a few things that's happened. We'll go on to the game or games that I've played in just a second, but first of all, Luke Shaw, injured on England due to 3 weeks. If that wasn't bad enough, you'll see up the page just here, Daily Blind, injured only 8 for 10 days, but it's always the way with Football Manager, frustrating as hell when you know that you've got a position that's covered well by a couple of 3 players, boom, lose 2 of them all at once. But on a slightly positive note, we've got Schneiderlin come back. He's not ready yet, he's not fit enough to play, but he's back from injury, and Lingard got his first international cap, which was also grand. I also know that Ibra, the youngster, he's had a international cap now for the Democratic Republic of Congo. He's a happy young lad. We will be seeing him as well because we have a Europa League game. It is against inferior opposition, so that's when these young lads are really going to get a chance to come into the first team, show that they can handle the sort of rigours of the first team, and hopefully try and cement themselves a place in the first team squad, if nothing else. Manager of the month. We'd played 3. We'll see the result in a minute. But we have played 3. We've won 3, as did Arsene Wenger and Sean Dyche at Burnley. They've all played 3 games each. And Player of the Month, or Young Player of the Month, went to Hector Bellerin. Although I've not told you guys yet, I've got him on full-time scouting because I think Bellerin is world class. And one thing the squad requires is a right back. Now, I'll be honest, I don't ever think Arsenal would sell him to me, and it's arguable whether he'd even want to come. But I do want him scouted because I think he would be fantastic at right back in my squad. And hey, we can try and get him. If you don't want him, then for what it's worth, stay there at Arsenal where you can come 4th every year. But yeah, Martial did come in 3rd behind Sane from City, and yeah, so that's about the news. So what we will do is we'll have a quick go over to the schedule. Now I have got a confession to make. At the end of the last episode there, I did say that we'll come back and we'll play our first Europa League game, and that we would play Hull away. As you can see, in your absence, I've only played Sunderland. We've got a 2-0 victory. We'll go into that more in a second. But Burnley are currently still unbeaten with no goals conceded. We're unbeaten with no goals conceded, and Burnley had scored 8. I'm pretty sure they've probably scored more now. Let's just have a look. Obviously they won a game, so Burnley, yeah, if you look at us and you look at Burnley there, we've both played 3, won 3, we've both scored 9, and we've both conceded none. So I thought it would be quite a good game to put on, as opposed to the Hull game. Hull are doing all right. They've lost a game, but I just thought that the Burnley game offered little bit more. It's up near the top of the table. The teams have pretty much mirrored each other. So yeah, that's what I thought I'd go for. So ultimately, one thing I will say is obviously we've had the Europa League draw in the meantime, and the Europa League, again, I was actually surprised with one of the teams that we're playing against. So we'll just have a look here. And we got, I'm probably going to murder this name, but so what, Hapoel Beersheva, and they are a team from Israel. That's who we will be playing in today's second game following the Burnley match. Rapid Wien and Spartak Moscow, who probably will give us quite a game. I do expect to beat all these. However, looking at that group, and I did mention this a second ago when I was talking about Twins Arbor, not only will I be playing my fringe players from the first team, but I will be looking to inject some of the youngsters from the under-23s, maybe even the under-18s. There's another young lad that's spotted in the under-18s, providing they're fit enough to come and play a part in our Europa League game. So yeah, so that was the Europa League draw. We go back, we'll have a look at the schedule, and we'll take a look at the game here. Now, Phil Jones' goal, you're going to laugh your cock off when you see it. It was pretty funny, but we'll go and watch the highlights. Right, whoa, pause. Let's just let's slow this right down as we're watching. So Mkhitaryan cross the ball in. Ibrahimovic, edge of the area, he sort of plays the charging in role. It's worked out fantastic because obviously Ibra's got some stonking long shots. He's not scored yet, which has surprised me. I'm sure he will do, but there's been 2 or 3 times where he's hit this shot. They've not gone in yet, but this would have if it wasn't for Phil Jones. Let's take a glance. Go on, Phil. Situational awareness at its best. Not even looking at the ball. taps off him, goes in. Phil Jones, happy as a pig in shit. Martial slipping in once again to Memphis. Mkhitaryan onto Schweinsteiger. Great finish by Bastian. Good to see Bastian getting in. I've hated the way Bastian's been treated by Mourinho. It's unprofessional. It's to be honest, it's disgusting. So yeah, we'll get to the lineups in the Burnley game. Should be a cracker. Again, we're playing at home. I expect to win, but it's just the fact that they've gone unbeaten. They've gone on the same unbeaten streak as we have. We're basically fighting to push them below us in the league table. Definitely a better game than Hull. Right, guys, so Burnley have made the short trip up the motorway to visit Old Trafford today, probably to hopefully get a thumping. So can't look beyond United for this game. They have enough quality to see off the challenge of Burnley. I totally agree. We've made heavy favourites against Burnley. Of course, let's not knock Burnley at the moment. They've just come up from the Championship, and as it sits right now, have taken maximum points in their opening 3 games. Fantastic. They've done well. One of the reasons why I wanted to play this game, we're currently sat 4th and 5th. Other teams have played, and by the looks of it, only Arsenal have kept their 100% record at the moment. One thing I will say is I'm feeling a lot more confident with the 4-4-2 because at the moment we've not conceded. Played 4 games, yet to concede a goal. The absence of Luke Shaw is sure to be felt. How hard will it be? Well, to be honest, it is a little bit hard, but I do have a squad with fantastic depth, so that's the answer you're getting, Mr. Reporter. So once again, as of yet, I have not deviated from the 4-4-2 that I originally built to attack while at home. I mean, we're at home today. We are at home against what you'd consider, regardless of current form, you would consider them an inferior side, but I have had to make changes, and they are, well, Phil Jones has stayed in obviously for his wonder finish against Sunderland, so he's kept his place in the team. Darmian's come in. He obviously can play left back. He's replacing Luke Shaw, which would have been Blind sat in there instead, which does bring Valencia in on the right. Partner in Smalling in the middle is Jones, as we've just said. De Gea still in the sticks. Jesse Lingard's first start for the club and try to give Depay a rest. He is on the bench. He'll probably come in and make an impact. Pogba's a deep line playmaker, and Herrera is partner sat in the middle. Schweinsteiger did have a fantastic game against Sunderland, also topped it off with a goal. However, his fitness was ever so slightly down, so he's given it a miss. Mata, following his hat-trick in our last episode, started against Sunderland, and unsurprisingly so, was a pale in comparison to his previous starts. So he's been dropped for now. Having Mata on the bench is fantastic, so it does give me the opportunity to try and switch it to the narrow if required. But of course, as we know now, I'm pretty happy that I'd probably deploy Mata on either one of the wings if I had to. Up top, Zlatan still searching for his first goal for the club, and of course Martial, who's scored a hatful already. Martial started really, really well. So over to the Burnley team, and they've got Tom Eaton in net, they've got Ward at left back, Keane and Tarkowski, Matt Lowton on the right hand side, and then in the midfield flat 4 they've got Arfield, Hendrick, 74 and Gudmundsson, and then they have Patrick Bamford and Vokes up top. At that point, come on Roy, who's getting a bashing today? Ooh, he must hate you, because you're the only one who's giving hard tackling, so they must have met at some point in the past, probably in a bar over some whiskey or some, I don't know, I'm talking bollocks. So we've applied Roy's advice. We will go into here and just say assertively, I want you to pick up where you left off last time out. Good to see the boys are actually picking up some motivation there. I will say to Jesse Lingard, it's his first one. I've got faith in you to go out there and make the difference. Good on you, son. First game of the season. Now Pogba, look at this, you're playing quite well. You got a rare kicking your ass for the last 5 games, son. It's about time I expect to see a performance. Pull your socks up. You listen keenly. You might want to do more than that. 90 million quid or not, I will drop you if I have to. So yeah, let's start the game. Right, so it's Lingard and Herrera, Mkhitaryan onto Lingard, and 1-0. 1 minute 23 seconds into it. I will have to speed up these highlights, guys, ever so slightly. That seemed a little bit slow. And yeah, so Lingard first start at Old Trafford, first start of the season. It's just off the back of being buoyed by the first international cap, and yeah, comes back to his club and shows the England manager why he's picked him. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. Great start. On to Pogba now. Pogba knocking it up the field to Martial, who's managed to slip away. Can he put... You see, Martial was a touch greedy there. If you looked at Zlatan in the middle, if he'd have just slipped him in. But, hey-ho. So Pogba now picks up the ball. Searching ball out to Mkhitaryan. It fails on here. Zlatan's dragged down. So this might be Zlatan's opening goal for his account, because he will be stepping up to take this penalty. Have they kept him on the pitch? They have kept him on the pitch. Fast, get him off. Right, come on then. Come on, Thor. Oh, Christ. How do you solve a problem like Zlatan? I mean, you can't not play him, but he's only been back. Yeah, obviously had a bit of an injury and stuff, but it's just taking a little bit longer than anyone else to get up to speed, in particular with the tactics. He's not fluid yet as Pogba drills one from distance. And yes, so we shall see. I have faith in Zlatan. We will have a look and just see how Lingard's getting on, see whether he's going to shake it off. No, he's picked up an orange injury. I will bring Lingard off the pitch, I think, as Martial put through by Zlatan. Nice ball. Shame for Lingard, based on the fact that he's already got himself one goal in the opening couple of minutes. But I'm that thin. Oh, do you know what? What is it? That is potential groin. No, he's coming off. Potential groin injury. He's got to leave the pitch. I do have Depay down there. However, yes, I will bring Depay on. So, yeah, potential groin injury. Not worth the risk. I'm very, very light in the wing department. Even from a youngster point of view, I don't have that many. So, Zlatan now trying to move up the pitch. Playing it out wide to Pogba. Mkhitaryan's got the ball on the edge of the area. Zlatan, space to shoot. There it is. That's what we were waiting on, Ibra. Get in there. 2-0, 22 minutes in, and as much as I don't want to curse it, not only have we not been beaten, ball into Zlatan here. Yes, perfect. He's hit at the keeper again. So many times on this Football Manager, the ball is just belted at the keeper, and I just see it hit the keeper, go in. But yeah. So yeah, 2 in 2 minutes. Only Ibra. Well played. Coming together now. I had my concerns about Zlatan. He obviously had an injury. You come back, you see the downward arrows on all their attributes. But no, well happy with that. Great finish. 2 in 2 minutes. Well done, Ibra. Anyways, I've been trying to say, if it wasn't for Ibra just throwing goals in left, right and centre. Not only have we not lost, Ibra's on for a hat-trick. Not only have we not lost, we also haven't conceded once. I almost am forgetting how to react when I do concede. It's going to happen, and there's going to be the games where we get beat, and there's going to be the games where we get hammered. But for now, let's just ride this wave as Martial forces yet another save from Heaton. They're getting battered, Burnley. Absolutely battered as Mkhitaryan whips one in. It's pushed out. Patrick Bamford's picked it up. He's going to try and run it out on his own. He does have support on his left-hand side, but loses the ball. Valencia mopping up behind. Pardon me, drinking a cup of tea. You know, northern boy, we love tea. As Martial breaks his man, it's 4. The worry is here that it's been a walkover, but from my point of view, this was going to be a better game than the Hull game, who I will now no doubt eat my words and get beat 1-0 or something. But top of the table-ish clash. Martial breaks through. Martial's been in wonderful form at the beginning stage of this season. Pogba once again struggling for fitness, not for the first time. I brought him off early in the Sunderland game as well. I might have to try and do something about that, because he's obviously in a very active part of the pitch, especially playing a 4-4-2, as Martial nearly adds a second to his tally. 4-0 up in the 35th minute. You know, you've got to be absolutely loving this. Mkhitaryan hits the cross in. Jones knocks it out to Martial. It's Mkhitaryan again. Surely he'll drill it. Kept out by Stefan Defour. Defour, who was of course once linked with Manchester United, and reportedly after a leg break did receive a personal get well soon card off Sir Alex Ferguson himself. They never followed up their interest, not once. You know, it's I think after the particularly bad leg break, it was that was the end of that chapter, as they say, as Hendrick knocks it out to Ward. Ward puts it across. Smalling covers fantastically. Here's where this formation works well, however not in that time, but when they've pushed all their men forward, we always end up with two attackers still at the pitch, and the ability to break is something that you struggle with in the 4-2-3-1 formation that's become very popular. As Latin plays Martial through and he puts it over. Martial has had a hatful of chances, really has had a hatful of chances. Just take a quick look at the stats here. Martial, 7 shots. Either way, the passing game's going well though. Let's have a quick look while we're here. Pogba, he's losing a few, but he's hit most of them. In fact, that's not that great. Herrera was on 39 to 34. His passing percentage, and it's showing as well. Look at Herrera here, 2 assists as we go into half time. Absolutely bossing it from the middle of the park. Well played, Herrera. We are pleased. We are very calmly going to say that one. Yeah, don't be stressed. You're strikers. Playing a 9 and an 8.5. I can't now go into a singular team talk and tell them otherwise. It's just going to confuse them because, this game treats football as like the thick. You talk to the team in one way, you should be saying like, you know what, you've all played shit, you've all played great, whatever it may be. I then don't know how it's confusing when you grab one guy and say, do you know what, yeah, the team has been playing shit, but you've been doing all right. They just go, I don't know, I'm confused. Always been away on FM, especially in the last couple of years. Frustrating as hell when you're trying to manage these people and you're trying to micromanage the players themselves to make sure that they're coming away with the right reaction. And all they do is go like, I don't know. So Herrera, that's a funny one. So just told them to guard themselves against complacency, which is fair dues, basically saying make sure you keep on the beaten track, push, get the game. So I can understand where there might be a little bit of confusion here, but all I said to him was, look, you're on a yellow card, don't cock it up. And now he seems confused and demotivated. I don't know, Teach, you're getting it all wrong at times, maybe, I don't know. Onwards. Oh, we've got Pogba once again. I spoke about this before. His fitness is proving somewhat of an issue. His match sharpness is there 100%, but what we'll do is we'll pull him off. We'll bring on Schweinsteiger, as I say. Sharpness is down a touch. And Mkhitaryan's playing well. I do want to start integrating Marcus Rojo. He's not played yet. To be honest, Smalling and Jones have been playing very well, so much so that Bailly's not even been in the squad today. But looking at Martial and Ibra, it looks like they'll see the game out from a fitness point of view. We will just hold off. It's the 60th minute. Obviously, I had to make the early substitution, bringing Memphis on for the injured Jesse Lingard. So we will wait on that final sub because it'll be just my luck. Something will happen as Bamford gets put through on his own and he's put it wide. It'll be just my luck. I'd make my third sub and someone would get injured and would be a man down. At best, I think with the 4-4-2, you're going to be a 50-55% possession tactic, which is fine by me if we're pushing through with an attack-minded approach. I'm happy enough with that. Zlatan now has the ball taken off him, getting used to the speed of the Premier League, obviously out in France, not the fastest of games, as Bamford finally, we have conceded. Patrick Bamford should be getting Player of the Month this month because this back line, regardless of how much it's changed, has not conceded. It's great balling by Gray. Bamford completely unmarked. You would have to question between both Jones and Smalling, and of course Valencia falling up on the back there. Who had him, because nobody did have him whatsoever, and he gets away with a goal. Good on him. It's Defoe now, straight into De Gea's hands. So heading into the 70th, I'm following. I'll tell you what, I'll just have a quick look at the stats because that's got to go down as someone's mistake. Manchester United stats mistakes. Phil Jones, 3 mistakes. 3. It's very rare that you have a defender make a mistake in a game, but Phil Jones has made 3. Just as I was praising him, the lad shows me that I was wrong to do so. So, indicates to me Marcus Rojo will be coming off for Phil Jones. Not bad as he was on a yellow anyway. I will confirm that, and I will also be giving team talks out just shortly on a team basis to try and get them to concentrate a bit more. Don't really need to demand any more from them, just to concentrate and ensure that they're actually going to come away with a win here. As Martial blazes another one just wide. It's getting in all the right areas, Martial. I'm surprised Zlatan's not been pushing a little bit higher. Dead leg for Defoe, not for the first time. I'm surprised Zlatan's not had a couple more chances. Mkhitaryan now, edge of the area. Martial slaps it across. As Bamford once again is almost the lone man trying to drag Burnley out of it today. And we'll just go tactics. There we go. Ibra hat-trick. Wasn't even looking how bad of a manager's that. Let's have a quick glance at this 3D. I don't even know his setup. So Martial's come charging down, plays Schweinsteiger in, slips it across to Ibra, had all the space in the world, slots it to the goalkeeper's left. Great finish by Ibra. A well-deserved hat-trick, and to be honest, after a couple of games with nothing from him, it's been a long time coming too. So now we'll just hit the team talk. I do want these guys to just Martial off an Ibra assist. I just want them to look at this ball, great search ball over. This is what the direct passing's giving us, slipping it all the way across. Martial never getting beaten at the near post there. 6-1. And everybody's happy. So we will just push for that, even though I don't feel like I need to tell them to concentrate now. But I'm going to tell them to concentrate anyway. I don't want to be conceding anymore. As Heaton clears the ball upfield, goes no further than Smalling, plays it down to Schweinsteiger, has his pocket picked by a very, very tired looking Steven Defoe. Little bit of a surprise as Smalling clears it forward to Ibra. Darmian now plays it forward. Martial couldn't quite get onto the ball. It's unfortunate for him. There's a lot of bookings kicking around on the Burnley team there. Backline suffering quite a bit. They're obviously having a torrid time as Memphis comes flying in. Ibra's picked it up. Herrera. Mkhitaryan's going to put it in. 7-1. 5 minutes to go. I even feel like we could get another one here. Not that it's any great thing, we're playing Burnley, we're playing at home, we have this star-studded lineup, millions upon millions of pounds, but it's still great to see such a big score line. It's driving home that I made the right decision to go for this Fergie way, this 4-4-2 attacking formation. And yeah, as of yet, I haven't had to play the defensive one, so it's telling me something. So Ward now plays it out to Defoe. I think this is us just seeing out the game. Rojo's on the ball, back to De Gea, he's going to click it upfield. Job's a good one. Fantastic. Have that. Another win, a solid win at that. Ratings are going, Zlatan Ibrahimovic 9.9 rating. 9.9 assertively. I'm very happy with the result and the way you played. Ibra, you were astounding. Very proud of your dominating performance today. There's a few other lads who are worth a mention as well. Martial playing a 9.4. Calm, you did well out there. The same for this Mkhitaryan here, 9.3. And I want to be making sure that I tell them that they've played all right, especially if they're really out up in the upper reaches here. Even seeing Valencia here, 8.7, and he's been a bit part player for the club at the moment. But to come on and give a performance like that, it's definitely the way to go. So fantastic. 7-1 at Old Trafford pushes us to the top of the league with a goal difference of 15, having only conceded one. Arsenal, however, still not conceding a single goal, not one. So that's interesting. So as we know, Jess Lingard went off injured. We're now about to see the extent of that injury, and it's 3 to 4 weeks, which seems to be a bit of a generalisation. It seems to be happening whenever I'm losing players at the minute. It always seems to be 3 to 4 weeks. So yeah. Now then, guys, based on the fact that Burnley have just took an absolute pasting 7-1, I know from an editing perspective this is going to push my dual game episode way over on the time limit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this episode short. The next episode will feature the Europa League game, in which, of course, I'm going to use the youngsters. Means the next episode will be shorter because it wasn't sort of planned. However, I think going forward, based on this, there will be some changes. Now, I'll bring those changes to you at the beginning of the next episode, and we'll take it from there. So thanks again. I hope you're enjoying the series. I'm enjoying it, and I will see you guys in the next one.